It's time to get hot and bothered.
Oh, my.
You're tuned into the Talking Heat podcast with Hot Sauce Guide and FGC.
All right, welcome to Talking Heat, episode 10, the season finale of season 1. Turk and Slug, how are you today?
Not good. Usually somebody dies in the season finale. I ain't ready for that.
Hopefully it's not the internet. And hopefully the internet survives. If we need a sacrifice, I'm willing. I'll take one on the shins for the team.
We're good, buddy. We're
Well,
good.
Yeah, we're
the
doing
good news is that we've established a season 2, so hopefully there is no dying.
Yeah, I mean it's not like there's like anyone that can tell us that we're not allowed to do season 2. So I
haven't signed a contract yet. I haven't signed a contract. No contract. You guys might have season 2, but I'm not signed to appear.
And that's true. You do consider yourself talent and talent
I am
only.
just the talent only. Yes. My people will call your people.
Well, we'll get in touch with your agent and see what we can do.
Am I his agent?
Yeah, I think you are.
I am your booker, and
Yeah.
I definitely know I'm your booker, so I guess I'd be your agent as well. Well, I'll take credit for it. So that means you have to pay me double now, Mark. So whenever we as your producer, your editor, and now Slug's booker and agent, I expect double the payment. Okay?
I don't know how you keep a full-time job.
Never said
Someone's
you did
gotta
any
pay
as
their
well.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't say I was good at it. I just say I do it.
All right. Well, let's get to it.
This is
today,
I'm hyped. I'm so excited for this.
yes, it's been a long time coming. Today we get to talk with the producer of the sauce that won the 2022 Hot Sauce March Madness. Today we get to talk with Paul Ford. How are you, Paul?
I'm doing great. I'm glad to be here. It's a pleasure being on you guys' show and to do this. Long time coming. I'm sorry about the wait, but I'm just happy to be here.
You are a busy guy. You do not need to apologize for how long it took to come on our little put together podcast here. So you're out there making the world a better place, a more flavorful place, one sauce at a time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, like 20 sauces at a time, and they're all fucking great.
All great.
All great.
I need to correct you on that. It's 21 sauces at a time.
I have to say, you have a some of your sauces are the favorites of both Mr. and Mrs. Hot Sauce Guide. You've got the Big Yellow is one of my favorites, and the jalapeno bacon jalapeno is one of my wife's favorites. So you're definitely very popular here in our household.
Appreciate that. That means a lot. That means a lot.
Green chili avocado makes a cheeseburger taste like it should be served at a swanky restaurant. It is so good with a little provolone. It's I'm drinking it. I love it.
Thanks, man. I just never get tired of hearing it, man. It means a lot. Like those tired, long days, and people give you the confidence like that. It gives you the feel to keep on going, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, while everyone's
Yeah.
just everyone's telling you what their favorite thing is, I'll tell you that putting the Big Yellow on a Cubano sandwich, honestly, the best thing I've ever put in my mouth. And I eat a lot of stuff, as you can tell.
A lot of things go in that mouth.
Yeah, a lot of things come into this mouth. So if you get a chance, put some Big Yellow on a Cubano, and it's fire.
Nice. I'm going to try that. I think I actually had it once. Yep.
Okay.
That's a Cuban sandwich, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, definitely.
It's great.
Oh, I'm saying Cubano like a jackwagon because I made a Cubano latte today, So yes, a Cuban sandwich. I'm saying Cubano because I just made. I'm an idiot. Ignore me. Ignore me.
It's good. All your sausage good.
Hey, if it goes good on a Cabano, it goes good on a Cabano.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you.
So, Paul, I know a little bit about your background from getting to talk to you online and at the Fiery Food Show. But it always interests me how people start getting into the hot sauce game. And I know for a while, and correct me if I'm wrong, you were moving around drilling. Was it for natural gas?
Natural gas, water wells, all natural resources.
So, how does someone go from doing that to making some damn delicious hot sauce?
Well,
Where did you get started?
I'm gonna tell you, you can't really link the two, but I'm gonna tell you a story. All right. Yeah, before hot sauce, like I said, I used to drill around the world for natural resources. I used to all around the world, travel, and do all these things. So when I was home, a neighbor of mine used to have hot sauce where there was furniture. He had a huge collection and all kinds of stuff, and I thought it was interesting. So one day, and I was a huge gardener. I used to garden all the time. I grew peppers. I did all kinds of stuff. And before that, I've only probably ate hot sauce maybe 4 times out of a year. And one day I was like, I overgrew a whole bunch of peppers, onions, garlic. I didn't have no idea what to do with the stuff. So I was like, I was bored. I was by myself, and I said, I'm gonna make a hot sauce. And I made the Big Red's original, which is not technically the original. It's a good trivia fact. It actually is the Garden Habanero, the original flavor I first ever created. I took samples with me all around the country. Alaska, I think I took it to Afghanistan, and all these different places, and everybody kept on. I used to give bottles out, put it on the rig for everybody to try, and everybody kept on asking to buy it. Every time I come home, people's like, well, when I go back to work, everybody's like, well, can I get 2 cases? I'm like, 2 cases? Dude, I only made 10 bottles. Yeah, it was crazy. I'm like, at the time, 2 cases was impossible. But so I thought I was on to something. The wife took it to her job, and we did a 1,000 bottle survey. So we did a 1,000 bottle survey. Anytime somebody gave us feedback, we gave them a free bottle. So we still have these sheets of papers from this day on. Actually, I looked at them about a year ago. The feedback was awesome. And I was like, well, I'm on to something. Maybe, let's start a business. So I thought I was going to do it for a hobby, maybe something like that. But like I said, my wife and I, we wanted to have kids and all that stuff, and I wanted to get off the road. And I was like, well, maybe I'll try to go this full time and give it a go. So I quit my job, a great paying job that is. Started everything out. 2 months later, 2 months in, found out my wife was pregnant, and I had no choice but to make it work. Like, there was no option. So, I had a brand new truck with 0 miles. After 2 years, I put 140,000 miles on my truck, going state to state, door to door. Yeah, just hustling like no other. And I used to grow all my peppers. I used to do all that good stuff. So it's always funny when someone asks me, do you grow your own peppers? I always just laugh at them. I'm like, that was a great idea when I first started, but when it's all gone, it's gone, like what you do now.
Yeah. You have to make sure that you're meeting the supply and the demand, and you've got so much flavor. I would love to see your garden if you grew your own peppers and ingredients, because you'd have to be like Bill Gates, like buying like farms probably like all over like every state.
Yeah.
To be able to like, because I've seen like the mashes and stuff that like all like hot sauce makers have to use, and that it's it's a lot of ingredients to be able to make it like a big supply, big run, the amount of flavors and the amount of options that you guys have. I don't think that would be realistic that you could do everything in your backyard.
Yeah, like I said, for some reason I didn't think that far ahead. I was like, look, go to farmers market. Look, I grow everything. Everything's in house. It was a great idea at first. Until I actually, my first event was a festival. It wasn't a farmers market, so my poor little dream got crushed after the first event. I think we took like 40 cases, and at the time this was like a record. Like we worked all night. We made 40 cases of hot sauce. Took us 12 hours to do it. Picking fresh peppers off the stem before I was doing it. I was just loving the process. We went out for like a 6-hour event, sold it all. So my poor dreams of growing everything went out the window quick. Yeah.
It's like selling this is nice, but keeping up with it.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, that might be a good problem to have, though.
no, it's a great problem to
sure.
have. But for some reason, the gardener in me didn't think about that. Like source ingredients from other places. I didn't think that. I was like, they have to come from me. I mean, I don't know. Paul from 10 years ago, I don't know what he was thinking.
Well, I mean, look at you now. Those steps and those thought processes that you took then got you to where you're at now, and that's pretty sick. I wanted to know the history of the name. How did you come up with the name Big Red? Is that a nickname? Is it a family situation? Like, how did that come up?
So when I first started, I had a partner, right? And that neighbor of mine, him and I decided to start this together. And this one, I used to be a big guy. I mean, they used to call me Big Man every time. So we took the big, and he went by Red, so we put them together and called it Big Reds. So
All right.
Gotcha.
yeah, so he was a whole lot older than me, and he had a lot of health problems. So he was only around for probably maybe 7-8 months tops, but he couldn't do all the physical demand and all this stuff like that. So, and plus he had to move out of town too. So I was left holding the bag, So that's the story behind that.
Yeah. Gotcha. I absolutely just like the name Big Red. It's like quick. So I'm from oh God, I just hurt my heart. I'm from Pennsylvania, but I spent about 6 years in Nebraska. So their whole big motto and everything with the Huskers is "Go Big Red" and all that stuff. So whenever in our original hot sauce tournament, when Hot Sauce Guide said, "Oh, we got Big Reds," I was like, it's a Nebraska sauce, and I was like, oh no, because I thought like he was being cheeky, but it was that's why I wanted to know about the name. It's pretty cool. I love your logo as well.
Yeah, that's a very common question I get. People ask like, how you don't look red at all? You don't have red hair, or
Yeah.
And, there's times that, his name was originally Ken. My name is Paul, so it didn't really sound right. So we just try to, put two nicknames or something together. Cool. But at one point in time, I think 2 years into the business, I was going to actually change the name of Big Reds. And
Okay.
yeah, actually, which is another brand that I'm working on. I was going to call it Yo Paulie's. Yo Paulie's hot sauce.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's good on the tongue too.
No one ever heard this. You guys get it first.
Oh shit.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yo,
That's
Polly's.
cool.
I dig it.
Talking Heat exclusive.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love that.
Paul, you're setting me up here. I had this question I wanted to ask you, and it sounds like this is going to flow well. If you're going to survive in this world, people and things need to change. They need to evolve. How many times do you think Paul and Big Reds has evolved or gone through a metamorphosis since you started? Since you started the company, how many times have you and Big Reds made a jump or a change?
Oh wow. I wish I was still at home because I would show you my trophy case. You would
Okay.
see the same sauce 6 different times, but different labels, different looks. Like
Interesting.
I used to have what we like to call them Nintendo banners. When I first started, my first banners on the back of my thing, it was pixelated, and we called it the Nintendo banner. It was
Yeah.
very plain, very simple. And then we have a banner like Generation 1, Generation 2, 3, 4, and and the labels we finally got it right. The old Holy Moses, that's the character on the bottle. You guys didn't know the name of it. It's actually called the Holy Moses.
Okay.
Holy Moses.
Yeah, everybody thinks it's a pepper wizard, but actually it's the Holy Moses. We just think it's funny. But
Okay.
I like that.
so you see the guy, that's the Holy Moses. But yeah, it's so many different changes and evolved over the years. The logo changed. The Holy Moses changed. Yeah, there's so many different changes. If you guys got a body for me actually today, you'll say something a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys noticed that banner that you saw in New Mexico. That was totally different too.
I don't know if I noticed that. I don't know if I
I'll have
noticed.
I'll have to go
Well,
back
that
and
was
look
totally
at
different.
look at pictures. I'll look at our pictures and
So
see.
you are constantly evolving. So I like that. You're not just once. You are constantly evolving. That's the key to survival. That is the key to survival and success.
Yep.
Are you
Definitely.
whipping it up? You pulling it up right there? Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Look at that.
Nice.
Okay.
The desert right there and all that good stuff.
Yep.
The drop, because we always called them Arizona style hot sauces, right? But no one else knew that. So
What's an Arizona style hot sauce? What's the difference between an Arizona style or New Mexico style or California style?
I'm glad you asked me that.
Yes. Yes, I'm killing it. They're gonna have to pay me so much for season 2 now, Paul. Thank you.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Your value is just skyrocketing.
Woo!
Well, Arizona style hot sauce, most of the sauces are made with 15 ingredients and more. They're non-vinegar based. We just use enough vinegar to preserve. But if you ever notice, all our sauces have a Southwestern flavor to it. Just like you have a California hot sauce, a Texas style hot sauce. Well, the Arizona based hot sauce, like we like to say, and you have the Southwestern flavors. You have 15 plus ingredients, things like that. Even the texture, we like to call the texture. It's a more thicker sauce. It's not just necessarily a looser sauce. It's more flavor driven with a balanced heat, and that's what we created for ourselves. That's what we look. That's the genre that we created. That's what Big Red's hot sauce. Look, this is another exclusive. Take my word from it. 2 years from now, everyone would say like, "What's Arizona hot sauce?" or per se, like, there's another companies that kind of in Arizona kind of adapted our way of making sauces. Necessarily, they didn't usually make that kind of sauce, so it's going to be very trendy. So,
All right. I
Ali
like that.
Greatest first, right?
Right.
Muhammad Ali was the greatest before everyone else called him the greatest.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, you heard it here first. I like
Yep.
it. I like it.
I'm loving that it's happened
Fabulous.
here first. That's great.
So, if you hang out at a hot sauce festival that Big Red's is at, or maybe a market, for more than about 5 minutes, you're probably going to hear Flavor Tour shouted. Where did that come from, and how has that developed into a marquee at any event you guys are at?
All right, so the flavor tour was created. All right, I think we came out with our 5th flavor. I think it was 2015 that I curated the flavor tour. All right, so I think when I came out with the maple bacon jalapeno sauce, it was we always did somewhat the tour, but we never called it the flavor tour back till then. Um, I launched my fifth sauce, and I saw all my people in my booth, and everybody was like, they didn't know what to do. They were like confused. They didn't know how the order of things. I don't know why a fifth sauce did it, but it did. And I looked around and I saw this confusion with everybody, and everybody didn't like know necessarily what to do. And we had the sauces out there, and I think a customer walked up. I said, "You ever tried Big Reds before?" I was like, "No." I said, "Let me take you on a flavor tour." And everybody stopped and looked at me like what? And I took these people on a flavor tour. Then next you know, they start doing the flavor tour. And then we were telling people all aboard, and then like, then that's how
they're in.
That's how the jazz started. Like, in order to get us to yell out the flavor tour, somebody has to yell all aboard, and then you hear the flavor tour. So,
Yes.
yeah, we lost our voice this weekend at the West Coast Hot Sauce Festival this weekend because the flavor tour was loud and everybody heard it, you know.
So this is a selfish personal question, but are there any plans for Big Reds making an appearance at the PDX Hot Sauce Expo in August?
Big Reds is there.
Yeah, I was saying, I saw them. They're on the marquee. They're like number 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Shit, they might be number
Hell
1 when I
yeah.
was looking at the flyer.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
Big Reds is definitely there.
So then I guess a more selfish question, are you going to be there?
The whole team is going to be there. Mrs. Reds,
Oh, that's
whole
good.
team. The whole team.
Mama's going to be there. Everybody's going to be there.
I said,
You
is
know,
Mama going to be there? I want to know if Mama's going to be there. Okay.
Yeah, you know,
Awesome.
you're always going to see a key 4 of us that, you know, usually we have a little bit more people, but it's like 4 of us that you always will see at events. Like, those people that, you know.
Very cool.
So, yeah, we'll be, we got Chicago coming up next. Chicago's next on the list, then Portland.
Awesome, because I believe Slugless and I will 100% be there. And I don't know if Hot Sauce Guide has been able to swing it or not yet. We'll see. We keep peer pressuring him, but you know, he's got like he's got responsibilities in life and stuff, and
I'm not going to do a whole
summertime for
weekend
me.
there. But
it's summertime for me, and Slugless is a free bird, so we'll be there. Excited for that. I'm excited to see some wrestling. I believe there's some little person wrestling too. I heard, so it's gonna be a wild ride. It's gonna be a wild ride. 2 of my favorite things.
You know what my favorite thing of all the whole event?
What's
is
that?
the Chihuahua pageant. You guys ever seen
all
Chihuahua
that on the
pageant.
website, yeah, they have never seen it, but I'm excited to experience it.
You know, honestly, I would leave the booth. I don't care what's going on. I'm sorry, Slug, Dirk. If you gotta go to the booth right now, Chihuahua pageant going, I'm saying, excuse me for a second. Can you just pause it for a minute on the computer tour? I gotta keep my Chihuahua.
That's cool. That is cool. I want to secretly sign Slug up for one of the challenges and not let him know until he gets there. Like get him that like pizza of doom or the donuts of death challenge, something like that. See if I can secretly sign him up and see how he handles it.
I'm ready. I welcome all challengers.
You know, one day I said I might do one of these challenges one day. One day.
I mean, yeah, you make hot sauce. You should be able to take the heat, right?
I don't know if you know it, but you never
Should
see
be.
makers up there. We get enough pain. You know, somebody
That's
got
true.
Yeah,
That's true. They're all
Yeah.
Yeah. You get
makers
some
are
Reaper
always
Madison
always the ones watching.
You get some fresh reapers, and you gotta make mash and all that stuff. Somebody gotta do the quality control, and usually your employees won't do it. You have to do it. Yeah, so we're used to getting burnt up.
You're a boss,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
oh,
So
no.
can you tell us kind of you've got a wide variety of different flavors. Can you kind of tell us about the creative process to like coming up with new ones, or like how that works for you and for Big Reds as a whole, like the creative process to the sauces?
Well, I mean, each sauce has like their own deal, whatever I had going on. Like the Big Yellow sauce, everybody knows this story. I create the the Big Yellow sauce on a road trip back from Vegas. That long desert drive, it's a pretty boring drive, but I think I had these Jamaican meat pies that I had, right? And usually those Jamaican meat pies that you get, usually you eat them with a Scotch bonnet sauce, right? I was just thinking like, this will be good with some kind of mustard tasting sauce. I was thinking to myself, and I was talking to the wife on the way back, and I was naming her like what I felt like should be in this sauce, and I was talking to her about it, and she looking at me like we just came from somewhere. You're talking about making the sauce. So on the way home, before we got home, I stopped at the grocery store, got these ingredients and this and that, and I made the Big Yellow sauce. She looked at me like I was crazy, like, you just went for a long road trip, and now you want to buy it to make a new flavor. But I tell you one thing, I made 6 bottles of it. She probably ate 5 of them. but it's all been like, if I had a conversation with you guys, and you guys tell me what your favorite food or something like that. Like, I can make a sauce with you in mind, just by your personality alone. I can make a sauce for your profile. If you tell me the things that you eat, that you're a foodie, and what's your everyday, I can create a sauce with you in mind. And that's how most of the sauces I create. Like, yeah.
So I just see you as like that, like a beautiful mind, like that GIF of the guy from what is it? The Hangover, where he's doing the math and he's like counting cards and like all that like all that like the numbers and everything are just going through his head. I just see you as like just pushing all these different ingredients and these everything's just flying by your head as you're coming up with these different sauces.
You're a hot sauce sommelier.
No, tell you the truth, that is the truth. Because recently I made a new flavor. You know, if you guys see me in Portland, I'll give you a bottle of it. I made this new flavor, right? I think I made this collaboration sauce that I'm working on, right? And this is the first time that, besides the wife, ever seen my process. We were like, we were in the kitchen, and I had my whole crew there, and I had all these ingredients. Like I said, I didn't know. I just, bought this, bought that, just random stuff. Like, if I was going to use it, I was going to use it. If I wasn't, I wasn't. I just knew how a certain base that I wanted to do, right? So I was making a green sauce, but somebody told me to make a tomatillo sauce. I refuse to make a tomatillo sauce. I'm just letting you know. Refuse. It's like,
Right.
the world does not need another tomatillo sauce. That's how I feel. like the person asked me to make a tomatillo sauce. I'm like,
Yeah.
please. Like, we do a collaboration. I can't put my name on a tomatillo sauce. That's how I feel. So like, I like food in layers and complex flavors, and I like every other bite you're tasting something different, right? So I'm gonna give you a couple of ingredients I put in there. So I wanted a fresh green sauce, like something that you put on your tacos and your things. So I have all these ingredients. First of all, everybody stares at you funny if you put cucumbers in a hot sauce. I said, grab me the cucumbers out the fridge.
Yeah, Mike.
Like, what?
Yeah.
I said, I just start barking orders. I start barking orders. I never did this when I ever created a sauce before. I said, hey, you take those, you take those hot green chilies, you take the poblanos, you take the jalapenos, you take the serranos, I need you to go roast those. And then I told this other person, okay, puree the cucumber, give me some fresh mint, give me some cilantro. I'm like, okay, I need pineapple. And then what else I had? And I put coconut. And I was like, give me coconut milk. People looked at me like, what? I said, give me the coconut milk because I wanted a creamy green sauce. You know? Yeah.
I want a creamy sauce. Yes, Paul. Yes.
You know, so I mean, I was just barking. I put some other weird stuff, and then I asked for orange juice. They're like, "What? Why do you need orange juice?" Gave me orange juice. It's like, oh, okay. So, like, give me orange juice, like, because I like when I'm thinking about making a sauce, I'm like, okay, give me apple cider vinegar. I'm just thinking about all the different layers of all the way from the liquid all the way to the solids. What I want that sauce to taste like. Yeah. I'm
love
sorry,
it.
I was waiting.
I
My
love
eyebrows
it.
might go up, but I will trust you.
Yeah. So
Understandable.
I
it was a
absolutely
good
love it.
thing. And like I weigh everything with pounds and ounces, right? Everything down to a T. Like even with the seasoning blend, like so I did these different stages. I'm like, I'm sorry, I always have this saying, I gotta put seasoning on everything. If you gotta put like
Yeah.
as far as Big Red's probably put more seasoning blend in their sauces than most people necessarily put that kind of seasoning blend. It's more expensive to do that, you know, but you can't compromise flavor, you know. So, you know, I put these things like so. I like to make sauces in a 3-layer process. From your peppers, then you got your liquids, then you got your seasoning blend. So it's like I don't know, like making the best macaroni and cheese you ever tasted in your life. That's what I like to say.
Okay. I like that. That's a good description.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I dig that.
You have their attention.
Yeah. Mac and cheese, I'll pay attention. But no, the way you're building that makes sense. The way that you're stacking and experimenting, I'm sold. And listen, the proof is in the pudding. You're successful. You have banging sauces. You have a whole flight. You have a whole fleet of sauces. You do whatever you got to do in that beautiful mind of yours to make it happen. And I will trust it.
I've never had a bad sauce from Big Reds.
Yeah. I'm still sour that his first original that we had beat my aardvark, but it's now proven that all the rest of his sauces are amazing. Hot sauce guy, what else you got to ask him? Yeah. I'm still just that sourness is almost gone, but it's still there. I'm like an elephant.
It's just a little bit. I get sense it a little bit.
Yeah, right. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I'm sorry. That's probably the most funniest thing I ever heard. Like when you got that whole episode where you got to.
Yep, it was. I was so shocked. I was like, my sauce is gone. But now I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I've been indoctrinated into the school of Big Reds.
Welcome to the family.
Yeah, what could I thank you?
Yeah.
Are you ready, Hot Sauce? I see you stretching.
What's that?
I saw you stretching for something. Keep going.
Yeah, we're just waiting on you, bud. Sorry.
Yeah, it's your show. We're waiting for you to take the lead.
You're good. Yeah. So, I heard it at the Albuquerque show. You guys did something that most people don't do. You put out 10 sauces for your 10-year anniversary. And I heard the argument of should have been 1, and nope, should have been 10. Where did you come up? Were these recipes that you kind of had in the back of your mind that you wanted to release anyway, or what made you want to do 10 for the 10-year anniversary?
Well, to be honest, I already had 2 of those recipes, which is the garden habanero and the black cherry black garlic. The black cherry black garlic I was supposed to release for, but that's when COVID happened. But the other 8 I made on the fly. So when I was thinking about my 10th year anniversary, first of all, I was in shock that we even made it 10 years, right? And you know, it been a struggle. We had our ups and downs, highs and lows, and you know, all the hard work. A lot of people don't see what goes behind the scenes. and like truthfully, like I said, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I used to make two new flavors in my sleep. It doesn't really take me too much effort, right? But to come up with 10 flavors, you know, that's a huge challenge. That's 10 good flavors that you're gonna put your all into, right? I knew life is gonna get in the way, even if I was on a roll. I think when I first started making the 10, I knocked out four bangers. I was like, wow, I shocked myself, right? I was like, oh, cool, I got this. You know, I was very confident. I'm like, yo, this is going to be a breeze. Yeah, I'm like, yeah. You know, some reason, I got a huge humbling real quick. You know, when you're on a whole lot of high stress, you know, your creative process is not there. You know, all these different things were going on, you know, and all of a sudden I haven't made a sauce for a month. I only had 2 months to get this done, by the way, because I decided in August, in which our anniversary was in October, to get this done. And yeah, so for a month I didn't touch anything. I just had these 4 sauces sitting here. I would walk in every day, and it just reminded me, Paul, you're blowing it. You gotta get this done, you know. So I started making the sauce here, and then I would be up to 5, and then I'm like, okay. And I made the medium stuff first because for some reason I just didn't feel like blowing my face off. You know what I mean? I knew this sauce that I always talked about. Yeah. I always talk about summertime in Phoenix, and I always had this recipe somewhat. This hot sauce is going to be, and I wasn't looking forward to tasting it. After Three Kings, when I made Three Kings, it took me 2 weeks to make Three Kings, and that blew my face off. So I was not looking forward to the super hots. And I made chimichurri.
Yeah.
On a whim. I was at the store. And I bought all this stuff to make some chimichurri. And I wanted to make this sauce. And it's certain kind of vinegars that is just in chimichurri Reaper that I had to go all over to find certain vinegars to give it that chimichurri flavor, the sourness, and all that stuff. So I finally did that. Blew my face off with the curry mandarin orange Reaper sauce. Oh, by the way, you guys know that sauce. I made that sauce when Vic Kalinko had this one group that he had. It's also called the Phoenix Hot Sauce Club. Well, I made this curry Reaper sauce, but it didn't have mandarin orange at the time, and everybody loved it. I only made like 25 bottles on the whim. Like Vic was having this thing, and I was a guest speaker there. And I wanted to do something special for Vic, and I like, Vic, you have a sauce, official sauce for this club? So before, like 4 hours before the event, I made him a sauce for his event. And that's how the curry mandarin orange came. Well, I never wrote the recipe down. Like, so I just remember I had fresh Reapers in there, and I was like, okay. I'm not gonna lie, I was sweating bullets when I made that that curry mandarin orange sauce. And I'm like, all right, I hope it tastes like this. you know. So yeah, so that's the funny thing about that one. But I finally got it done. I had to send all my stuff to get a process authority and all the sauces. I got down to the wire. Actually, I had to call and beg the guy, can he give me a quick turnaround time so I can make these sauces? You know, the paperwork part. I'm like, please, I really need these, you know, and all that stuff. So he did me a favor, turned it around, sent it to the lab right fast, and send it back in 4 days. So that was, you know, shout out to that guy, by the way. But
shout out.
But yeah, we got down to the last minute. I made Summertime in Phoenix was the last one. That hurt. I mean, I put every pepper that I could get my hands on that I liked in this flavor profile, and I had to mild it down with this. I had to put this in here. I had to put this. I didn't even mean to put apricots and what else? I think it's peaches or something in there. I don't even remember. But just to mild the heat, it was so intense. You know, plus if you're known for flavor, you know what I mean? You don't want to just blow people's face off what people used to. So, but that sauce has a weird burn if you guys ever had it. Summertime Phoenix has a weird burn. It's not necessarily a big Red's burn. The burns all over the place. It just, you know, you get the head burn, back the throat, front of the mouth, everywhere. Like, yeah, it's all over the place.
Okay.
You're not selling me on it. I'll be honest with you. It burns everywhere. I don't know if I'm ready to sign up for that tour, but I guess if everyone else is doing it, peer pressure's a bitch.
Hey, tell you what. I'll tell you one thing. That sauce is
I tell you. Go ahead. Sorry.
That sauce. One of our most popular sauces out of limited edition. That's the one that I think we sold out of that sauce in the full size bottles in less than 2 weeks. Like, it's crazy.
It sounds great, but then the way you described it.
Look. I'm an honest person. I'm only gonna give you the real.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I don't want anyone to blindside me. But like, you know, crazy ingredients, peaches and grape, and then you're like, no, it kind of hurts here and it hurts under here. Like, oh shit, this is a lot more than a hot sauce. It's the way of life. But yeah, I would not want to try all the sauces. You have to. That quality control does not sound like the glamorous part of hot sauce making.
No, it's not. No, it's
To
not.
tell you, that's very impressive.
Yeah.
Because I reviewed all 10 after you guys sent it to me, and they're all very flavorful, and there are some that are very hot, but I was under the impression that those were all, you know, long works in progress. So the fact that some of those were just thrown together in a couple weeks or a couple of days is very impressive.
It's a testament.
It's a testament to that beautiful mind. I'm telling you, you gotta trademark that, like hot sauces like beautiful mind or something like that. You need to get that. You need to get that on the website. If you have a testimony section on the website, let's add one, and it just says hot sauces beautiful mind. Because I'm telling you, that's it. That's it.
Thank you. It's been I don't know. It's just been like a crazy ride. Just learning. You know, it feels like yesterday I just made the first sauce. You know what I mean? Like even to this day, it just feels like yesterday I created the first flavor. You know, a whole lot grayer now, but you know.
All right. That means you've aged like a fine wine or a fine vinegar. You got a full body now.
You know, that'd be a great
This is
name.
my favorite part of the show, right?
What, fine vinegar?
No, AKA wine.
Oh, AKA wine. Yeah, I like that. AKA wine. Yeah, Hot Sauce Guy, what'd you sign us up for today here?
So we're going to, well, Paul signed us up for his Ghost Pepper sauce, God's Wrath. This is a sauce he chose for us to try, and we're going to find out a little bit more about this sauce here. Paul, you don't know this, but Turk has his kryptonite is habaneros. He can eat a ghost pepper, a scorpion pepper, and he's okay. But give him just an ounce of habanero, and he's gonna start hiccuping out of control. So at first, I'm like, oh, he's got this ghost pepper. Second ingredient, habanero. So you're gonna see some hiccups from Turk.
I'm just trying to build up a tolerance at this point.
Oh, what in his name inspired you to call this God's Wrath? Why am I about to put something called God's Wrath into my body? The last time I angered God, it was with a frozen culotta from Dunkin' Donuts, and I paid a dear price. That was a contradiction. The Lord said, "You shall not freeze hot chocolate, you blasphemous bitch," and he made me explode. So why am I about to test him again with God's Wrath? What are we in for?
So the name we changed, actually, is one neighbor of mine. Is he was a young kid at the time. He was like 8 years old, and we were working on that sauce.
Okay.
And we were gonna make that sauce and hot. And he's like, "Oh, you should call it God's Wrath." And he was a big fan when he was in the beginning. So we're like, "Oh, it's a cool name." So we stuck with that. Little history about the sauce.
Okay.
It is a cool name.
a 15-time award-winning sauce right
it
there.
is.
You taste flavor first on that sauce. Reason why I put habaneros in it to mellow out the ghost pepper in there. You take so I like to tame the ghost pepper with a little bit of habanero, so you can actually get the flavor, because I love the flavor of habaneros as well. That sauce, actually, I got that one on the first try. That was the first flavor I did. They got it on the first try when I first made it. It is what it is, and I was very proud of that one. I'm a huge fan of rosemary. If you guys don't know this, a lot of my sauces has rosemary in it.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay then.
I can pick it up a little bit, I think, in the aroma, and you get the smokiness from the cayenne. It's got a little earthiness to it.
It's got a good
so
smell. It's definitely got a good smell.
That's my personal
What is your
go-to.
favorite-
All right, boys, you ready?
Well, yeah. Let's get in here.
This is okay. Well, then I'm glad you suggested your personal favorite. Let's go.
Cheers.
It tastes like it smells, which is not usual for a hot sauce. And it tastes and smells delicious.
That
That's
is
good.
good.
I get the earthy.
I'm a big fan.
This was hot.
But you could definitely get the heat, but there is the taste of the habanero. You could definitely, yeah. It's not like punishing. It's very, very smooth. I like that. Like it's like, this got a ton of different flavor in it.
It's complex, like you were talking about how you like to layer your sauces. It does that very well.
So
Got the rosemary.
what is your favorite thing to put this on?
My favorite thing. I love that in shrimp and grits. When I got this killer recipe for shrimp and grits one day. I'm going to give you guys that. Use the ghost pepper with. Believe it or not, that's my favorite sauce to eat with fudge. Get some chocolate fudge. You put
With
that on top of
Fudge.
I'm telling you, if you do, like, it's amazing on fudge. Like,
All right. All right. You sold me.
That, I mean, it goes pretty much with anything to the most part. You know, I haven't really seen anything I don't like it on. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I might put this on a
Brian-
pork chop. We just bought a quarter. We bought like a half a pig. I think I'm gonna put this on a pork chop.
Yeah, that would be good. That
This would be
definitely.
good in Cajun pasta.
Yeah.
And now I have a good excuse to buy some fudge.
I would like to put this in some chili. Make like a
Yeah,
very
that's good.
meaty, maybe even like a porky chili, and put this in there.
Definitely.
With the
Put this on
smoked
some grilled
flavor and the
tilapia.
garlic, that would be. I would love to put that on some chili. In some chili.
Fish and dirty rice.
Oh man, you talking my language now. That's, that would definitely go good with dirty rice. Like, oh, it's just it's just
Most
not one
certainly,
of those
most
flavors,
certainly.
like, you know, that you put on anything. And by the way, it's not my favorite because I can't
Very
say they
good.
just. These are just like my kids. I can't have a favorite. It's my go-to.
Oh, you can. Okay.
You know, the big yellow might be
But I
listening.
guess that
You never
also
know.
means you can't kick one of these kids out of the house. You're right.
Yeah,
Big Yellow is always
might,
listening.
Big Yellow might kind of try to take you out. I know I would be.
Go.
I got a question for you. If you had a dream pick, what company or thing would you love for Big Reds to be a sponsor of? If you could see Big Red's hot sauce sticker up on somebody because you're sponsoring them, what would your dream person or company or thing be to sponsor?
Man, that's a good question. I actually know the answer to that, but let me think what it is.
Okay.
Since we're in Arizona, you know, the Arizona if you've been to their Cardinal Stadium here, it says "Go Big Reds," right? It says "Go Big Red." You know, not it says "Go Big Red," right? This is my personal dream to be
That
official
sounds like a
sponsor
match made in heaven.
of the Arizona Cardinals. That's
I like that.
my
Oh,
my
man.
dream.
That-
Even though I'm not a Cardinals fan, but yeah,
Okay.
don't do that though.
They're
Just
like my third favorite team. I would definitely love to see Big Reds up there. I would love to see
Yeah.
that.
yeah, that'd be sick. Just have like Kyler Murray just posting up with a bottle on Twitch, just playing some video games.
You know,
just
you know
grabs
what's
a little
funny
bottle
thing
of Big
is,
Reds on the side.
the funny thing about that, it's funny you said that.
What's
You
that?
know, Kyle Murray did an interview about one of the things that he wanted to accomplish in his life, to have his name on a bottle of hot sauce, right? That's one of the biggest things he said. Well, they said,
Oh,
you know,
really? I didn't know that.
Listen, hashtag
Well,
make it happen. We're gonna make this
my
happen,
buddy-
Paul.
my buddy knows Kyle Murray, right? And he this is the same time I was creating these limited editions, right? He called me up. He said, "Hey, you know, you ever think about creating a sauce for Kyle Murray?" He's like, "I could give him the bottle," and I was like, at the time, I was like, "Man, I can't create it." I mean, I was so stressed out, and I was like, I don't really
Yeah.
want to slap a label on a sauce like, here, this is original, but your face is
Yeah.
on it. You know? I want to,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I'm gonna try to make that happen. I don't know.
I think you
will
most
build.
certainly should.
I will.
I think
will
we need to start a
build
Twitter
you-
campaign.
I will build you a robot that goes on to every single one of his Twitch streams that just spams your
Your link, your
URL.
websites. Yeah.
Because I know he's a big Twitcher. He plays a lot of video games. So
Oh, wow.
I will build a Twitch bot that just spams your hot sauce for him. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, that would be cool. I forgot all about that one.
Yeah.
Now you guys got the wheels turning.
I like
now.
that answer. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, right. That's good. All you gotta do is shout out Talking Heat whenever you're the most famous one ever. Be like, I want to thank Talking Heat for getting the gears spinning, and that's why I'm now announcing the official sponsor.
Look.
Spence, official sponsor of the
Spark
Arizona
has to
Cardinals.
come
The
back
hot
for season
sauce
2,
of
guys.
the Arizona Cardinals.
Thank you.
Look,
Thank you. Paul said
he-
it. I'm coming back. He needs that.
We need to have him back. Definitely.
You know what? I love the original now. The original is my favorite sauce. Secret Aardvark who? I don't even know Secret Aardvark anymore. That shit's garbage. I can be bought.
Whoa! You're putting his price too high here now.
Mhm.
Yeah, the Hot Sauces Guide's budget's about to get broken.
He keeps
Blown up.
He keeps,
About to blow
he
this.
keeps on throwing me all these alley oops.
Yeah, that's the
That's for
talent,
sure.
baby. That's why I'm the talent. Everyone else says they're the brains and they're the heart. I'm just the talent. I'm just here to get paid.
You know what? I will give you a 3,000% raise from
Yes.
this season.
Yes. That's all I needed. That's all I needed.
Mission
What
accomplished.
else you got for us, Big Daddy?
I mean, when it starts at 0, 3,000%
Yeah.
raise is.
I'll still take it. It's all about the title. It's all about the title. That's all I care about.
We'll put you at we'll make you an executive talent.
Mm.
We'll give you a fancy name.
Yeah.
So I think you need to ask him your favorite question to ask.
I was going to ask him
I
a
wanna hear
different
his
question
answer.
instead. Oh, you want me to ask him that one? Okay, I can do that. Paul, I got a serious
I think
question
he'd
to
like
ask
that.
you now.
Okay.
And now this, I promise, however you respond, this will not ruin the bonds that we have been cultivating. Nothing will change between us. But in a straight up fight, Batman or Superman, who takes the W?
Batman.
Batman. Okay. Do you have any evidence that you'd like to bring up as to why this is the outcome? It's not the outcome I was expecting, but I will respect it. Batman
Okay.
can be ruthless. I get that.
Batman is smart. He's a billionaire. He can get kryptonite
Yeah.
like it's nothing. You know, he can put it in his
right off
clothes.
Amazon. He got that 2-day delivery.
So, you know, yeah, I mean, I would like to say Batman prepared for the fight. If he does not prepare for the fight,
Okay.
Superman alone will wipe the floor with him. You know,
I like that. I respect that. He got the. I've often said money is the world's greatest superpower. Okay, and then Batman has no rivals. He is unrivaled with that ability. So I respect that answer. Thank you so much. What else you got for him, Mark? Before we wrap it up,
Do you have another question? You said you had a different.
I
question you
had a
wanted to
goofy
throw at him.
question, but I already got my goofy question out with that one, so I don't need to ask.
He's
you
only
mine.
allowed one. He's only
Yeah, I'm not
allowed
allowed
one.
one.
We,
If you let
we
me, don't
can't-
let me
we
off the
can't-
rails here. Don't let me go.
We'll start a crazy train.
all aboard.
I try to come up with 2 thought-provoking questions. Right, all aboard. I try to come up with 2 thought-provokers and 1 goofy question every show. So I am at my 3-question limit. I now concede my time to the Speaker of the House.
There's a lot of that going on right now.
Um,
So yeah, let's we concede our time to you, Hot Sauce
Yeah.
Guide.
Yeah, I mean, before Turk, did you have anything else before we kind of find out what the future of Big Reds holds?
No.
Yeah, so I mean, before we go, we always like to kind of find out, you know, what's next for you, what's next for the company. You kind of hinted at a couple of things already, but what do you got going on?
Right now it's all about scaling. Like we just got our own manufacturing facility. We just bought a manufacturing facility, so we got a whole bunch of new equipment and all that stuff. It's just about scaling. We're like, actually, we're going to try to make the flavor tour like the same experience you get in person or event or show, festival, wherever you see it at. We're trying to give people that experience to the mass. So, like I said, my goal to Big Red's Hot Sauce, make Big Red's Hot Sauce is a household name, and that's what I'm working on now.
I
That's
love that.
awesome. Absolutely love it. It's already a name in my household, so you got one of
Yep.
a billion, one of a million. So
One
my
bottle at a
fiance
time.
is not the biggest condiment lady.
And 1
My
bottle at a time.
fiance is not the biggest condiment lady, but she'll grab your stuff out of the fridge any of the day of the week. So we're big
And
fans in our house.
I've seen her think ketchup is spicy, so if she likes your stuff, I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
Look, I'm feeling kind of cool on that one.
Yeah, Fuck yeah, that's awesome.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah. Oh shit.
So this is your we try not to get sued by the other big hot sauce show that you might be familiar with.
As if we're
up
Yeah.
there. Listen,
as if we're
they be
we're-
talking
We're
about
top
the
three.
people. Yeah, we're
We're
top
top
three. Damn
three,
straight.
you know? Yeah, we're top
Easy
three.
top 5.
This is your moment. Where can people find you? What Instagram, Facebook? What are your tags? Where can the masses find you?
All right, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Big Red's Hot Sauce. All of them Big Red's Hot Sauce. You can also, you guys looking for the you can find me at BigRed'sHotSauce.com. Oh yeah, I'm all about the tiki-taki. But
Oh, I'm on there right now, baby. I'm gonna go find you and follow you right now.
You know, I might get a TikTok just to see what you got going on.
well, I haven't
You should
started.
do-
I'm
you
just
should
getting
do your
started,
reviews on
right? I
TikTok.
finally
You should
figured
do
out
a live
TikTok. I'm just getting started. I got some behind the scene video, which got a lot of love. So check it out.
I had a reel on Instagram hit 10K views, and I'm like, pay me, you know, like I'm a celebrity now. So like,
That's how I feel
where's
right
my
now.
Instagram in social media influencer money? I need a pair of shades to go on, but I'm down.
Well, Paul, we really appreciate the time you spent with us. It's great to get to talk to you again and to eat more of your delicious hot sauce and hear some of the stories that you had to share. So we really, really appreciate it and look forward to hopefully seeing you at a festival here soon.
Yeah, appreciate for having me out here, guys. It's been an honor you considering having me, and yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Talking Heat. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcasting platform so you never miss an episode. For more information, visit TalkingHeat.com.